you are an owner on the clock in a Devy draft and you haven't done it before. So if you're franchise 4, you can click right here on the draft board and it will take you to this screen, make a draft pick, or you can go to draft, which then shows you the draft board, and you can click on your name. Or if I were logged in as an owner, under the 4 owners, there would be a draft, and when you hit that one, it would take you directly to the draft board. But because I am logged in as just commissioner, I can't do that. So let's say that franchise 4 needs to go in and make a draft pick, and these are Devy players only. We want to pick a free agent to use as a placeholder. So the easiest way to do that is hit team and scroll down to FA and just pick any FA player. And then over here, you're going to type the name of the Devy player that you want to take. And let's say that you want to take Lorenzo Lingard. You type in his name and then his position. And lastly, the school that he plays for and hit draft player. And then if we go to the draft board, we can see what that looks like. We see the free agent placeholder here, and in the comments for the commissioner, Lorenzo Lingard, when they go in to make a custom player, they now have the name, and everybody can see what position and what school they go to. Also, this is great for when you archive the draft and in future years you can go back and look to see maybe they were in the transfer portal and you're not quite sure, is that the same player? And yep, sure enough, we can see that player originally started with Miami. But now I also have a problem because Lorenzo Lingard was taken at the 105 selection. So franchise 4 contacts me as the commissioner and says, I screwed up. I need to make this change. Well, the commissioner can go in and they can't delete the comment, but they can put a different player in here for the placeholder. That's why it's real important to scroll up and double check the draft board, double check which Devy players are available, that you're not duplicating somebody that's already on a roster, especially if this league is in year 2 or year 3 or beyond. There's going to be Devy players that are already owned and on rosters. So do everything that you can to make sure to double check that you're not duplicating a player, because this would be a no-no and that owner would either potentially get skipped or you hold up the draft because now you've got to contact the commissioner, come back to them, get a replacement put in, and this will be confusing because this never gets changed. You could post on the message board over here, you know, I need to replace my duplicate Lorenzo Lingard with, and then just player XXX, whoever it is. Then at least you've got something in the chat. You could even put it on the message board instead of just the league chat. You can view the message board and add a new topic and then put it in here. There's a lot of different ways, but the problem with Devy, now you've got 2 or 3 different places that you have other owners that have to go to, especially if somebody messes up this early in a draft and you've got, let's say you've got 9 rounds or, however many rounds of Devy, that can make things really confusing really quickly. So just advice for new owners, double check previous rosters, have an Excel spreadsheet with a list already pre-made so you can check them off as you go. And then same thing with the players that are being taken. Add them to your Excel spreadsheet, cross them off. If you've got a list of all the Devy players that you're interested in, cross them off so you know they've been taken. It takes a few extra minutes, but it saves a lot of grief.